Okay, let's look at a tricky subquery. This is called relational division. And it's called division for historical reasons that aren't important to us right now. The way to think about this query is it's asking for the following. Find sailors who've reserved all the boats. So you can imagine in the sailing club, there are some sailors who, over the course of time, have reserved every single boat. And those are the sailors we want in the output. A different way of stating this query or thinking about it is to find sailors where there's no counterexample of a boat that they haven't reserved. Okay, so for a given sailor, if you can name a boat they haven't reserved, they shouldn't be in the output. If there's no boat they haven't reserved, then they should be in the output. And that's the way we're actually going to be able to write this query in SQL. So let's look at this query. It's doubly nested. In the outermost block, we're looking for sailors' names. Okay, select s.sname from sailors. And we want to make sure that there does not exist a counterexample boat reservation. What is this counterexample boat reservation? It would be a reservation for that sailor of a boat that is missing, right? We want to find the fact that they didn't reserve some particular boat. So we're going to look across all the boats B, that's the middle subquery, and we're going to look for a boat where there's no reservation for it, for this sailor. So boats B, where not exists a reservation for sailor S, for this boat B. Okay, so look at the innermost block. It's looking for reservations where the reservation's boat ID is the boat in question. So this is a correlation variable in the innermost block to the middle block, B. And the reservation is for this sailor S, and that's a correlation variable to the outermost block. So we're looking for reservations for a particular boat for a particular sailor, and we're saying that reservation doesn't exist. If we can find a reservation for a boat that doesn't exist for this sailor, that boat's our counterexample. And if we can't find a counterexample, then that sailor should be in the output. You may want to work through this one with some example rows in SQL Fiddle so you can get a grip on it, because it is pretty tricky.